This is the Dog Shit Podcast. Good way to start a podcast by clearing your throat like that. I thought it was
it's classy.
Good way to do it. Speaking of classy, I got a buddy here doing something with me. He's doing the Dog Shit Podcast with me. I'm my first guest, technically.
Doing dog shit.
Yeah, he's doing dog shit. I mean, that's what the whole podcast is, really dog shit. Dog shit guests and just dog shit.
I feel like you're just softly insulting me.
I don't see how you can make the connection, but this is my guest, D.A.W.G Stuart. He's a buddy of mine from all the way back from, middle school, high school.
Did you just pet the wood?
Yes, I did pet the... It has a nice grain to it.
Was
Like
super creepy.
Whoever sanded it.
You rubbed it really slowly right in my face. It was really creepy.
It was supposed to be an intimate thing, like pointed towards...
It wasn't. It was as intimate as rape.
Jesus. But we have an actual topic that we were discussing because Mr. Stuart has a unique perspective on this certain topic, and we'd like to explore the.
I like to explore things, new horizons.
Yeah, the mind of D.A.W.G Stuart. Which he's probably going to be writing a book soon.
It's a dangerous place. If you want to go into my mind, you need to bring a blunt object, a friend, and a flashlight, because it's dark and dangerous.
Is that the name of your book?
It could be. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good one. Yeah.
I really like it.
It's long, but it would definitely hit home with a lot of readers.
I think some people would just be attracted to the blunt object of it.
Yeah.
Creepier people can read books. Their money pays just as well as sane people.
Exactly. That's awesome. Yeah. So... Before I really start asking any questions, just have like an opening statement of what your whole overall experience like.
Well, my last 6 months specifically has been really fucking weird. Am I free to say fuck?
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna say it quite a few times. Okay. So basically, from the start of things, my marriage is weird and rocky, and I did some stupid shit, and me and my wife through a really rocky phase. I ended up dropping in a drug court, which I've been in for 3.5 years, and going to jail because me and my wife had agreed that drug court was kind of piggybacking our marriage. Anyway, so I went to jail, took my time, so whenever I got out, we could start fresh with the family. And then about 3.5 weeks into my sins, my wife started seeing somebody, and I just got out of jail today.
Yeah.
After 5 months.
Yeah.
I'm going through a divorce. It's a weird place to be, but really, optimistic.
But yeah, you gotta see the comedy in it.
It is a little funny. I mean, if it wasn't happening to me, I'd laugh a lot. Yeah, really hard. But it is, so it's kind of shitty.
So you're saying I should laugh about it a lot?
I'm not gonna hold it against you.
Yeah. That sucks. Some girls are poopy buttholes. You know what I mean? Like without using like curse words, they're really just like they're stinkers.
Yeah, I mean, I think all are kind of stinky and weird. You just have to find the weird fragrance and flavor that you like.
Yeah, and make sure that they don't stinker. They don't stinker themselves.
Yeah, it's got to be compatible.
Yeah,
compatible with your sense of smell and taste.
Yeah, especially taste.
I didn't find one like that, but. Yeah,
that sucks.
It was different type of poopy and taste than I guess I wanted.
Poopy taste?
Poopy.
It tastes poopy.
Yeah, really.
Did you just miss the target and then accidentally got some poopy?
Once or twice.
Yeah, I've straight up done it.
Yeah. On purpose?
Yeah.
Did it taste like copper?
It was just straight out of the shower, so it was just like...
Tastes like Irish Spring? Did she use
Irish Spring and just like... there was like a faint hint of like thousands of dumps traveled through these lands.
Thousands. For being, liberal.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah. It wasn't bad though. I mean, I think she enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point. Eating ass. Hey, don't dog on me.
No. Whatever floats your boat.
I did it once.
Everybody should at least try it.
I fucked in a river and I was scared I was going to get like E. coli in my dick.
I'd be scared of sharks. Bull sharks.
Getting E. coli in my dick I was like seriously scared. And then I was thinking of that one movie Piranhas where the piranhas like go up inside of your wiener.
Yeah. like off the Rundown.
Yes.
Yeah, the parasites in South America.
It's so fucked.
Don't like it.
I mean, maybe you could like domesticate some of them and like actually they could just live there in harmony with you.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not really a Futurama-esque worm civilization. I think they just want to eat your penis off.
Yeah, but with advancements in human technology, like
you think you can domesticate them?
Yeah, I can definitely domesticate them. I just don't know about domesticating them. Like honestly, but like. Maybe they could be like welcome visitors. Like, they'd pop out every once in a while, say hi, and then just
parties,
like, and then just be like,
anniversary occasions.
And I mean, eventually your urethral tract get used to it, so they're just going in and out. Like,
yeah,
it's like
you're just gonna have to get used to the red and orange urine.
And I mean, what if they discover like a male G spot like deep inside the?
I mean, we can only try.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the attitude you got to have for having piranhas in your dick. Like, really.
I think that's the only optimistic outcome of piranhas and penises.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, piranhas and dicks are like two of my favorite topics.
Yeah.
You fucked in a river.
Yeah, that happened.
That's proud of you.
It was a dirty river.
Less proud.
It was like you had to go to the very middle to even be where you're like all the way covered up. Like dirty.
Was this in someone's backyard? It sounds like a sewer or a beginning of a lagoon. Sounds less like a river now. Sometimes
I use the word creek for sewer.
Do you say crick? We're from Missouri. You should say crick.
Regardless if I would say it, like I sometimes just substitute the word sewer for creek. So yeah, I mean, like by societal standards, it was a fucking sewer. But
so what?
If you're like looking at it, if you're looking at it from a nature standpoint, that's a creek.
It was a beautiful piece of that you fucked in the sewer.
That's probably why I was like especially scared about the E. coli.
You should be.
Or Ebola, like there's a lot of that floating around.
Yeah, all the sewers.
Jesus, AIDS.
Right with crocodiles.
Crocodiles?
There's crocodiles in all the sewers.
If there's crocodiles in the sewers, there's definitely fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down there.
Why wouldn't there be? I feel like there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for every major city across the United States. They're just real secretive.
So you think there's like gangs of them? You think the originals are just one single game?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're like the original Crips from LA. Yeah, they're like...
But they were like the unique ones that got fucked with the...
the original 4 that Megan Fox spilled cancer on or whatever happened.
Oh, the original one where Megan Fox spilled it?
Yeah, well, Megan Fox had to spill it for them to be real Ninja Turtles, because if Megan Fox isn't April, then I don't want to watch your fucking movie.
You thought she did good in that?
Huh?
You thought she did good in that?
Absolutely not. She looked good, though.
That's always really all that matters. Good. It's fucking ridiculous. So, do you have like... I mean, you were in there for 6 months, though.
5.
5 months.
Yeah.
Any, any funny stories you'd like to recount on?
Well, this isn't really a good opener, but I know what hepatitis C smells like. Yeah, there was a fight. Like, we got moved over to the new jail on January 12th.
Were you just getting up to the hepatitis C guy?
Yeah, we're getting there. No, he was every parts of... So anyway,
would it have been like a good
I'm getting to the hepatitis C story.
A good fragrance to like harness and making a candle?
It smelled like fucking semen, okay? Not fresh semen though. Like it had to be sitting in the sun for a long time on a bunch of rusty nickels. And I know that nickels can't rust, but whatever, okay?
Uh-huh.
We're talking about it. It smelled just like that. Everywhere. Rusty fucking nickels.
That's what's up.
Were
you in the same...
Well, the pod that I was put in it's the non-violent offender and good kid pod pretty well. And there's 4 tables, 16 people, and nothing. No radio, no TV. So all you have is people talking. And this guy kept fucking dry snitching. I mean, he was giving details of like who was cooking what dope, their fucking car they drive, the tattoo they have on their face, and their last name and social security number. So he was dry snitching like a motherfucker, and we just put up with it because none of the people that he actually mouthed knew any of us. So he said somebody's name, and he shouldn't have said somebody's name. The person told him to stop, and he didn't. So old boy got up, and they threw fisticuffs. And the one that threw the fisticuffs at this guy...
like they were actually like...
Yes, they look like old man boxing
like
motions.
I'm doing the motions.
He's doing the motions.
Motion of the ocean.
Kind of see it, but it's more like if Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk squared up against like modern day Spock, which Leonard Nimoy is dead, so facing a dead body. He had a lot of reach, a lot of muscle on this guy, and he ended up beating the piss out of the dry snitcher. There's, puddles of blood everywhere. Tons and tons of blood. Blood on the fucking walls, tables, everywhere. Dude got knocked out twice. It was hilarious.
Did you, get some, Instagram photos for it?
I did not sneak a phone in my asshole into jail.
Wow.
It may be weird. I know. I saw lots of other people.
So
sneaking phones in,
most of them had
most
phones?
of them. At least iPhone 5s. We're not fucking barbarians.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a respectable phone to have. And it's not too big. You go straight in your asshole, and
yeah, it's very sleek.
Yeah. So why didn't you at least do a flip phone?
Well, I thought about it. And
SMS the picture.
I've tried to keister in shit in jail one time, and I didn't like the feel.
What'd you keister?
I just tried to keister in some tobacco. Nothing special. Just tobacco. Yeah, I didn't like the feel of things in my butt. I was constantly aware of it. People said I wouldn't be, and I was.
Yeah, but everyone says after the first few times you really start to like it.
See, I don't. Just not me.
That's what I tell my girlfriend.
Well, you can lie, but things are in your butt. Things are in your butt. If you get used to it,
that's not a lie. If you a few times, she'll get over it. And then,
I've never had a dick in my butt, and I don't know if dicks are the same as a little pouch of tobacco, but I didn't like the tobacco in my butt either.
Yeah, I feel like dicks are probably a little different.
Like you said, it's affectionate.
So was there a lot of fucking with guards or anything like that?
I actually got sent to solitary one time.
What for?
I was standing on a table because where we were at in the new jail, you could see into the bubble, which is the command center, and these guys were all jumping on the tables and shit, saying there was a chick in there that wasn't a guard. So of course, men have been locked up for periods of time. We're jumping on this table trying to see a new random chick.
Yeah. And
I was the one that got caught on the table. So after lockdown and shit, this guard came in and he was like, get the fuck off the table. By this time I wasn't standing on the table, and he started yelling at me about being on the table. So he said we had to tell you multiple times. I told him that I only heard it once over the speaker, and whenever he come back, he just took me in lockdown and said I was being mouthy and shit.
Oh.
So I was in lockdown for one night.
Should have been fucking mouthy, bro.
I didn't know I was being mouthy.
Who's the guard? Fired?
No, he quit to go to the fire department.
Full time?
I guess. I don't know. There was actually this one inmate that he was insistent on all the guards were constantly having orgies. No, I'm not making this up, dude. He was persistent. He said that the sheriff was one of the biggest dope peddlers in the town. One of the judges was one of the biggest cokeheads in the town, and all the jailers were having orgies downstairs. He was insistent on those three things.
Wow.
It was pretty funny, actually.
That is fucking ridiculous. I have some stories.
I want to hear
there
them.
for a few weekends.
Yeah? I'd like to hear them. Okay.
So, when I was in there, shit was not being operated correctly. It was some fucking straight up smuggling and fucking crazy shit going on there. And fucking this dude named, I'm not gonna name him. He was just he had, stomach ulcers or whatever. So he had a medical furlough for whenever he wanted. He'd just say, my stomach's killing me. Oh, I need to go out. And he would just go out and get a bunch of bokeh. A whole lot of it.
Nice.
And, a bunch of whatever he wanted. And they wouldn't check him when he came back in. So, and he also was prescribed, like a rock star's pallet of pills.
That's delightful.
Yeah.
I don't think you could pay me to smoke that fake bacon there, though.
Well, yeah. So I'm getting to it. I'm getting to that. It was a huge problem while I was in there. They would just roll these tiny little joints, itty bitty, the size of maybe a little bit less than an inch, and then they would take out the holes. Paper towel holder or something, or a toilet paper holder, the cardboard, and they would poke a hole in it and then smoke the whole thing in one drag. Just get fucked up, dude, fucked up.
That's not a fun high for jail.
And this guy, he did it all the time. And then one time, like usually someone watched him. No, one time no one was watching him. I was sitting in my cell or whatever. He was in his cell. I was like across the way. I went on and checked on him, and he was like laying on the back, on his back, and he had thrown up in his mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, like, cause he was choking on his own like vomit, and so I put him on his side and like was like starting to clean him up and stuff, and like when he like kind of came to, he like got up and like swung on me, and I was like, you know what, fuck you, motherfucker, you probably could have just died right now, dude. And I was like, fuck you, dude. And he's like, oh fuck yeah, fuck, where's my fucking boat at? You stole it.
That's
I was
sad.
just like, all right, dude, whatever. I went back.
I actually had a kid have a seizure on top of me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you get hard?
I didn't. It wasn't a sexy event.
It wasn't like just the vibrations.
No. I put him on his side and secured his arms and head and stuff like that. I had him like facing my lap. He like kept seizing and chomping down. I thought he was trying.
On your dick?
Yeah. I almost got my dick bit off by a guy having a seizure.
Too bad. That would have been cool.
I could have been like that one guy that got his
like sued.
dick chopped off.
Because you could have got sued and then got a new one reattached.
Yeah, I could have like a huge, giant, fucking black elephant dick.
Yeah, make sure it's black so it just look weird.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the whole thing that's gonna draw people to
or
it.
get like a suicide of like 8 different races.
I don't think I want to have a rainbow dick.
Like a quilt.
Eh.
Like a Frankenstein quilt of all different races.
Yeah, we're going Frankenstein-y. I mean,
dude, that would get you laid so much. Like
I don't know. Like that'd be a cesspool for infection.
You want to see this quilt cock?
That's not a good opener.
Huh?
I think that would kind of scare people.
You don't have to open with it. You have to make sure that they like quilts in general. Just like ask them, like, how do you feel about quilts? And
Your
they're
grandma
like, yeah.
like to make quilts?
Yeah, I loved them. They're like
Yeah.
really comfy. Like, how would you feel about a quilt inside of you?
There it is.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
have to
like,
bait.
so you don't go straight in with it, but like usually with the second question, you're like, how would you, how would you feel about a
Okay,
quilt?
but when you have a quilt dick, it's are you just gonna come out and say that whenever they're like a quilt inside of me? Or does that? I don't like that.
Except it looks like it's done by a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it gonna keep the like long stitching like a baseball? Is it gonna look
For
like
the effect,
Frankenstein?
yeah, for the effect, dude.
See,
Yeah.
I think we're going the whole wrong way with this. I still think one penis, not tons of them sewed together, is better.
I hate how you always just throw down all my fucking ideas.
I'm sorry.
man. Like,
That's
Jesus.
just
trying to envision a like perfect world and like
that's a scary world. That's like Bram Stoker's world. That's like a sex scene out of a fucking very dark Robert Rodriguez movie.
So did anyone like take some like really nasty shits that stunk up the whole place?
Yeah, the weird thing about jail is certain foods make your shit certain colors.
Yeah,
So
the purple Kool-Aid.
The purple Kool-Aid makes your
Blue.
poop green. Blue.
Made mine blue.
Oh, that's weird.
Because all purple is intense. It's like a shit ton of blue dye.
It made mine like fucking like clover green.
Yeah, I made some cake last week, and it is like blue funfetti cake from Pillsbury.
Did it look like your poop from
My
whenever you went
poop
to
was
jail?
bright blue. I think I took a picture. But were you with
Anyone's
anyone?
acceptable.
But were you with anyone that like just completely destroyed the toilet on a daily basis?
Nah, I got lucky with that. I mean, most people that I roomed with like farted like a lot, but no one really destroyed the toilet on a daily basis.
Were they making like toilet wine?
No hooch.
Why not, man? You're not living till you drink some fucking hooch.
Yeah, I saw the hooch they were making in there, and it did not look tasty. I'd just rather wait.
They were actually trying to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in there with some fucking characters. Like, one of the guys at the old jail, we were right across from his suicide cell, and he allegedly killed somebody. And then another guy in there allegedly raped someone. So
not that big a deal.
nah, really. I mean, I got to know him.
He's just like those types.
It's not one of the intimate rapes we were talking about earlier. He didn't whisper "I love you." He said, "Don't tell mom," and went in with a knife.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, what about him, dude? Did you play a lot of cards with him?
Yeah, I did. Well, there was a hole under our toilet in the back cell, and we could talk to the bottom cell and pretty well send notes everywhere throughout the jail, the old jail.
Yeah.
It's pretty shitty, but yeah, no, I got to know the guy. Interesting characters, but don't know if I'd call them friends, murderer and rapist and what have you.
There was a guy that I was in jail with, and he had gooch like tattooed across his belly button.
Gooch.
Gooch.
The word gooch?
Yes.
See, that is just...
And I saw him, I was just like, hey, do you have taint tattooed on your back?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like, what the fuck you say to me, dude? This is my fucking dads gave me that fucking nickname. I was like, yo, I respect that.
Unfortunate name. Your dad probably didn't love you.
I was like, I respect that, but you know, you have gooch tattooed above your belly button.
Tattooed where it says Mexican or thug life.
Another word for the space in between your balls and your fucking butthole.
It's not a very smart life decision on his part.
Well, he's in jail.
Yeah.
So.
I think you should spend the rest of your life in prison if you have gooch tattooed on your stomach.
There should be a law for that.
Well, Donald Trump is president. If we just email him and give him a couple $1,000s, I'm sure he'll make a law out of it.
Just add a little bill into the deportation law if anyone has gooch tattooed above their
no matter if they have American citizenship or not, they're going straight to Mexico.
Fuck yeah.
But we're going to make them build the wall.
Fucking send them to, like, Siberia or something.
I wish.
Yeah. We don't have the resources.
I'm sure we could find him. He has gooch tattooed on his stomach. He deserves to get out of the country.
Pretty cool guy, though.
Yeah. He sounds like a swell feller.
Hell of a friend and a hell of a gooch.
Hell of a gooch.
That sounds like a fucking band name.
Hell of a gooch?
Hell of a gooch.
I was actually, one of our friends...
Did you just fart, Sean?
I think it was your dog.
It's either your dog or you.
Oh, I thought you farted. I thought I heard a vibration.
It was your dog.
Oh.
Offered tickets to go see a Led Zeppelin and, some other band, tribute bands tonight. Tickets.
Where did you go?
In Columbia. Apparently they're playing at the Blue Note tonight.
Well, are you going?
No.
Why not?
I've already made plans to other people.
Oh.
Can't renege on them.
That's a racial slur.
Is it? I say it a lot.
You said the first 3 letters of it.
You're
You're like a third and impolitically correct.
like a third?
Yeah, because you only said the third of the word.
Where'd the other second, or the other third go? It's 2/3. I get half not racist because I didn't say the other 3. Where'd the other...
You know what? I'm getting sick of your shit. Cause I'm getting real sick of your shit. Fuck, man. There's another story that...
You can't call me racist. I have a black friend.
You know what? I have 2 black friends. So...
That's
by the transitive property, then you're more racist than I am.
That's kind of fucked up, but I like your logic.
Yeah.
I like logic.
Anyways, I have another story when I was in jail. I was in there, and my jailer's like, hey, I know you're really chill, you used to read books a lot 'cause you're a fucking nerd and no one likes you or whatever, and like, he's like, hey, so can I stick this old man, he's pretty chill in your cell? I said, yeah, whatever, dude, because I had it on my own. I was pissed, but like he stuck him in there.
Your dog farted again.
Dog farted?
It just did again.
Damn, why is there not a mic attached to her butthole?
There should be.
That'd be a good thing for this podcast. I'd probably launch it to the top. Dog farts.
Yeah.
Dog fart podcast. It's dog shit podcast, so maybe she shit herself a little.
Your sheets are pretty light colored.
Yeah, we'll be able to see later. What was I even talking about?
Old guy. Do you like old guys in your
life?
Yeah,
old guy. So, like, this guy got a DUI. He wrecked. He lived in Kansas City. He was on his way. I don't know what the fuck. He wrecked and neglected to tell the CO that he was on antipsychotic medicines. He was schizophrenic and paranoid schizophrenic, bipolar, and all this shit.
That's an important detail.
Yeah, so... And he didn't have his medicine. And so I wake up about 5 in the morning. He's pacing around this tiny-ass cell. And he's just like... They're gonna fuck me. They're gonna fuck me. And he just kept saying, they're gonna fuck me. I was just like, what's going on, dude? And he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here. I was just like, man, you need to chill out. It's like, it is fucking 5 in the morning. Like, you need to chill out. And he's just like, you don't know who the fuck I am. He's like, you do not know who the fuck I am. And I was just like, all right, man, can you just, like, if you're gonna, like, freak out like this, like, don't yell. I'm just gonna try to go back to sleep. And, like, okay, so an hour later, he's still pacing because I couldn't sleep. And the guard comes up and is giving us the food. And the guy's just like, you need to get me the fuck out of here. I know you fucking framed me. You fucking put me in here, you son of a bitch. And the guard's just like, what in the fuck? Basically, he's just like, whatever, man, fuck off, old man, piece of shit. I'm a CO and you're fucking dirt, and I'm gonna beat you later.
That's how they sound.
But he left, and decided to let him out into like the general pop area so he wasn't fucking with me in the cell.
Yeah, why not?
And he started being crazy, banging on bars, doing all this shit, and he was saying basically because there was this black guy in the pod who had a hernia at the time, and I don't know if it happens with hernias, it makes your balls like the size of fucking like, it's like, have you ever seen South Park when he like puts his balls in a microwave and his testicles
almost need a wheelbarrow?
Yeah, he needs a wheelbarrow, and that's basically the size they were. And so he thought this was just like a really cool talking point or like a jumping off point to meeting a new person. So he was just showing his balls and dick to this old man. And, you know, don't forget that he's like schizophrenic, like, oh my god, this fucking guy, I'm in jail, this fucking black guy's trying to rape me. So he thinks, he finally like gets out of the cell, they let him out, they talk to him, and they have to restrain him, and he's sitting there fucking yelling like, you motherfuckers set me up. You and that black guy fucking sabotaged my truck so I could fucking wreck and then be in there so the black guy can fuck me. Which, I mean, I was just like, yeah, that sounds accurate.
I don't know why you wouldn't jump to that conclusion.
Yeah. So, I mean, after that, like, I was like really sympathized with him, and like we were like actually became really good friends, and he's still in jail, but he's like my pen pal, and like he writes me like, in jail, you know, or you killed yourself yet, or like what's going on, and he was just like, writes me back, and he's just like, the fucking government has been inside my jail cell, and they're trying to rape me, and that black guy, he's still trying to rape me, even though he's like out, and he's been out for like 7 months, but like he keeps visiting me.
He's been trying to break in.
Yeah.
To get that ass.
Yeah. It's they're pretty incoherent letters, but you know, he's like a good guy, so I keep messaging him.
It's kind of humbling a little bit. Like you're not that guy. You don't have to be that guy.
Yeah, and I'm really just trying to like improve his life, and like, you know, like maybe if the black guy fucked you, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, why are you so homophobic?
Maybe if he stops fighting it.
Yeah, homophobic and racist because he's black.
He's got to be a black guy.
And I mean, he's got a big old set of balls on him. That's a pretty good fucking.
It's kind of intimidating.
No. It's a real sensual thing. Like, you gotta use both your hands to hold him.
It's you gotta think about it, like after whenever you bust that load, if it's that big, that'd give you a black eye.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure, and like,
or it could give you a bruise on the back of your head. I mean, it depends which position you're at. I had a lotion bottle.
Yeah, so
I'd come into it every day.
After he was making all these accusations, they decided to put him up in the suicide room. And he proceeded to freak out, saying all this shit, like all paranoid. The devil is in this room and all this stuff. And, you know, all the inmates took this opportunity to kind of like, you know, just razzle him, just give him a hard time, just palling around. And they're just like, hey, you see that camera in the corner? You see that red light? That red light is the devil. And he's telling you to go fucking hang yourself in there. Huh. And you know, they're just saying, like, no, they're just saying cool, like, you know, it's basically us saying, like, what's up, old man, I respect you. But the guy ended up, like, freaking out, and he smashed the ceramic toilet to pieces and the sink, and they flooded the cell, and they had to put him in restraints for a while, and then...
Did they come in and try to pepper spray him? And like the whole top floor.
See, I was on the bottom floor when I was hearing all this shit, so I didn't know. So
I think I might have heard about this.
Yeah,
like they tried to pepper spray some guy because they were gonna tase him, but there's water all over the floor.
Yeah,
so they pepper sprayed him, and I mean it's a big concrete building, so mace went everywhere.
Yeah,
everyone felt it. I wasn't there, but I felt their pain.
Yeah. It was a pretty crazy situation, but he was just talking about the government's coming to kill him and like all this stuff, and he broke all that shit, and then it took like 8 hours to install all the new metal in there. So, you know, pretty funny story. And then there's this dumb ass guard. He was probably like 65 maybe, and you could tell he was just like caught up in the hippie area in his time, and it's just really spacey. And there was like 3 separate times that he like locked himself inside of the cells. He's the only one. It's like midnight. He would lock himself in, and then everyone would wake up and like start screaming at him and call him a fucking idiot and all this shit. And like he would like start crying and have to radio someone over from the police station like, I look myself out and they're yelling at me. So that was pretty funny. I felt bad for him, but I
have
also
a hard time wanting to make fun of that because it just sounds really sad.
Yeah, but in the moment, it's very funny.
It's kind of, yeah. I'd push him to kill himself.
Yeah, you're in
Out
jail.
of respect.
You're in jail, so you're just like fucking the guards are the ones that have power over you. So when they fuck up, you're just like fuck.
I would never, because I love my my command over me.
Me too.
Not the same way. Don't look at me like that.
What?
We're not talking about like S&M shit. There's no ball gags and leather in this.
Oh man.
Talking about respect for my corrections officers.
Hell yeah.
Macon County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed doing this shit with you, man.
This was fun.
It's super fun. Recounting like horrible times in our lives.
It's been really bad. It's been a really shitty past 5 months.
Yeah.